Welcome to the Mo Bucks Mental Restoration Program. I'm Mo Bucks, certified hood counselor, certified in Black ego management and Black thought enhancement, straight from Mo Bucks Community College. I don't fix people, I upgrade them. Let's begin.
Every day, people participate in games without realizing it. Not games with dice or cards, strategic games of choices, incentives, consequences, and survival. In economics, this is called game theory, the study of how individuals make decisions when the outcome also depends on someone else's actions. Black America lives inside an unspoken game. The divide we see political, spiritual, ideologically, not random or natural. It is structured through incentives, conditioned responses, and conflicting belief systems.
Take a listen to what I had to say last week, please. You Jasmine Crockett or somebody like that. Ladies, I respect. Intelligent women. No doubt. But how a Jasmine Crockett chooses to express herself, I'm like, is that going to help your district in Texas? Aren't you there to find a way to get stuff done as opposed to just being an impediment to what Trump wants? How much work goes into that? I'm just going to go off about Trump, cuss him out every chance I get, say the most derogatory, incendiary things imaginable, and that's my day's work. That ain't work.
Jasmine Crockett recently...
Jasmine Crockett. Remember what I said? Is she a relation to the late, great Davy Crockett? I don't think so. Jasmine Crockett, let me tell you, before you even ask, she's a very low IQ person. I mean, if we ever had to pass an aptitude test, that's the one should take one because she shouldn't even be in the crowd. So I have no idea what you're going to, but I don't think we should waste our time. This is a low IQ person who I can't even believe is a congressperson, between her and Ilman Omar and the group. You know, I met the head of Somalia. Did you know that? No. And I suggested that maybe he'd like to take her back, and he didn't want her. He said, I don't want her.
Work is saying that's the man in power. I know what his agenda is. I'm not exactly in a position to stop him since the Republicans have the Senate and the House. But maybe if I'm willing to work with this man, I might get something out of it for my constituency.
10-point lead, Arizona.
Because like Joe Manchin said, he's there to represent, or was there for 15 years to represent, the people of West Virginia. She's supposed to be there to represent the people of Texas.
What in the political hell is Stephen A. Smith talking about? Every time election season hits, he turns into a confused GPS. Loud, wrong, and still trying to reroute the black vote.
We are not simply disagreeing. We are responding to different reward systems. And like any game, the rules favor those who understand it. The prisoner's dilemma. Why unity rarely happens. One of the most famous game theory models is the prisoner's dilemma. Two people are caught. If both stay silent, they get a light sentence. If one snitches while the other stays silent, the snitch walks free and the silent one gets heavy time. If both snitch, both get punished. The best outcome requires cooperation. But the system rewards betrayal. Now, zoom out and apply that to Black America. Unity sounds powerful, but in practice, speaking up loudly gets one person fired. Compromising gets one person promoted. Selling out gets one person paid. There is no short-term incentive to cooperate. The system structures rewards around individual benefit, not collective uplift. This is why politicians campaign on unity, but govern through division. Corporations reward the black spokesperson who reinforces their narrative, not the one who challenges it. Platforms elevate controversy, not solutions. The rule is simple. Divide the players, and the game remains intact. Nash equilibrium. Nobody moves until somebody moves first. Nash equilibrium occurs when players are stuck because no one wants to move first unless the others commit to changing too. It is a psychological gridlock. This is the stalemate of belief systems within Black America. Some believe change can come through politics. Others believe change begins with economics. Some believe religion holds the answer. Others reject religion and turn to spirituality or self-actualization. Each side waits for the other to wake up first. The church says, we need faith, not protests. The conscious community says religion keeps people powerless. The political crowd says, vote harder. The business crowd says, economics solves everything. Everyone is convinced their lane is the only correct one. No one wants to shift strategy. So, the community reaches equilibrium, not progress. A non-zero-sum game says, if we cooperate, we all win. Abundance exists. Resources exist. Opportunities exist. But people act according to the incentives the system presents, not the opportunities that exist outside of it. When black businesses collaborate, the economic multiplier effect increases. Wealth circulates instead of leaking out of the community. Opportunities expand instead of shrink. Information is the same way. Sharing ideas increases power, not decreases it. Yet, sharing feels dangerous because we were trained to survive, not to thrive. Game theory reveals the underlying fear. Cooperation has never been rewarded. Therefore, collaboration feels risky. The tragedy is that collaboration is the only strategy that beats the game. Incentive structures and belief systems. What people believe determines how they play. Black America was taught to believe in limited power. Religion teaches some to wait for salvation. Politics teaches some to wait for representation. Economics teaches some to chase individual success. Culture, faith, politics, and personal ambition all shape beliefs. But beliefs shape behavior, and behavior determines the outcome of the game. The system does not need to force division. It only needs to set up incentives that reward division. If the reward for separation is money, fame, status, or access, many will choose separation. If the reward for unity is unclear, unity becomes an act of sacrifice. People do not choose the best option. They choose the most rewarded option. Understanding the game. The real power is not just money. Power is coordination. Look at every group with influence. They align around shared goals. They pool resources. They push a unified narrative. Game theory says that strategy beats passion. Passion without coordination is noise. Black America has never lacked brilliance, creativity, or power. What we lack is structured alignment. Imagine if the spiritual and conscious community worked together. The political and economic thinkers aligned on priorities. The individual success mindset was replaced with collective strategy. That would shift the entire balance. The real win, becoming players. Not pieces. A piece reacts to the board. A player changes the board. The goal is not to win the game inside the system. The goal is to redefine the system so the community cannot be used against itself. True power is not in competing for a position. True power is in designing new incentives. The moment we stop playing for acceptance and start playing for ownership, the strategies change from competing for ownership to creating ownership, from waiting to be included to building our own, from reacting to opportunities to manufacturing them. Game theory exposes the truth. The system does not fear a unified black community. The system fears a strategic black community. Black America is not divided because of lack of intelligence, culture, or capability. We are divided because we are playing different games with different incentives. Unity is not a feeling. Unity is a strategy. Game theory shows that the solution isn't to force everyone into one belief system. The solution is to align incentives, so cooperation becomes the winning move. The moment we change what gets rewarded, we change how people behave. And when we change behavior, we change outcomes. We do not need more players. We need people who stop being pieces. We need people who learn the rules, understand the strategies, and redesign the game. Because the game cannot divide what refuses to be played.